We'll eat them up and we'll get strength from defeating them, says Caleb. Now, he doesn't actually get to take them on for another 40 years. By the time he battles them, he's in his 80s. He's in his 80s. And then there's a mountain full of them. And the tribe, this tribe's like, oh, you can't beat the giant. They're still, even at the time of Joshua, it's like, it's really difficult. Caleb's like, give me this mountain. And he's I don't know, I always think of him as a little old fella, and he's like late 80s or something, and he's like, rah! And then he defeats a whole mountain full of giants. That's what it says. How come? Well, I always think of him as physically, he must have been small and frail, but he was zealous for the Lord, and the Spirit of the Lord filled him. And he did it. So he's like an iconic person in this story, that it cannot be anything to do with human strength, because Caleb did it. A whole mountain full of giants, all on his own. So it cannot have anything to do with physical strength and power. He's such a favorite. So all that they'd learned about the living God, he's the spy who goes ahead of them, of us, the warrior who fights for us, the bread of life who sustains us. And it says, Caleb trusted Christ the Lord to fulfill his promises. Verses 36 to 38 there in Deuteronomy 1. Caleb, son of he will see it, and I will give him and his descendants the land he set his feet on, because he followed the Lord wholeheartedly. His heart was with the Lord. The rest weren't allowed to enter. Even Moses wasn't. Verse 37. Moses isn't totally owning it there, though. He goes, it's because of you that I don't get to go in. You're like, oh, come on, Moses. You weren't totally innocent. But anyway, he's writing it, so that's that. But he's like, it's all your fault. You made me do something bad. Maybe that's true, but nevertheless, Moses, even he, didn't trust the Lord when it came to his moment of being tested. So that first generation, they didn't listen to the Lord, thought they could win without him. And so what happens in verses 41 to 44, we didn't read it, but if you remember the story, they said, oh, okay, actually, we are going to go in and tackle the giants then. Because once they hear, then the Lord says, that's it, you can't go in. I'm not going to help you. But they foolishly said, no, we're going to go for it anyway. And this is a really important thing, because what we learn from this is, no, they really couldn't beat the giants. For humanly speaking, it was impossible to beat the giants and these big cities and things. It was impossible. So they tried to do it, verses 41 to 44, and off they went. And the Lord said, verse 42, tell them, do not go up and fight, because I will not be with you.